In Virginia, the desperate search for a college freshman who disappeared during spring break is heating up. New leads brought police to a pond where divers searched but found nothing. 18-year-old Angelica Hadsel's grandmother says police are not doing enough to find her. Complicating matters, the teen's father is in jail after allegedly breaking into a home 2 weeks ago, saying he was following a tip that his daughter had been seen there.
I couldn't sit a minute away from where my daughter may have been. I want my daughter home. That's what I want. And that's all I want.
Well, joining us now, Mark Furman, retired LAPD detective and Fox News contributor. So, Mark, AJ, as she's known, went missing more than a month ago. She's in college, but she disappeared while home for spring break in Norfolk. Police say there's really no evidence of foul play. She is 18. Is it possible she just left?
Well, Patty, you know, when you look at a situation, you have somebody home on spring break, a college student. You look at, she's been gone for 30 days. Did she take any personal belongings if it was voluntary? Does she have a car, cell phone, credit cards, gas card? You know, how is she able to survive if she wasn't abducted? So you look at foul play, unless you know where a crime scene is or an abduction, of course you don't have any evidence of foul play, but some of the outside evidence is there is simply no evidence that she voluntarily disappeared, and I think that's the case here.
Yeah, it's a good question. If she did just take off on her own, wouldn't there be activity on her cell phone? Wouldn't there be activity on her credit card? And if there's not, that does sort of imply foul play. And police did search a pond 40 miles away on a tip, but they found nothing. You have a lot of questions about that tip and that whole pond thing.
Well, when you get a tip, how did it come in? Did somebody write a letter? Was it handwritten? Did they get an email? Did they get a phone call? Was it a male or was it a female? Just exactly how much validity did they give that tip? Obviously, they sent a dive team to a pond, so a month outside of her disappearance, I think it's time that the police let the public know what they know and actually do a press conference and get the public involved in this, because it appears that the police are not very successful at following the leads themselves.
And the family taking things into their own hands. The father, Wesley, says he got a tip that she was in some house, so he breaks in, gets arrested. He's accused of breaking and entering, but also possibly planting a jacket. We ran this quote earlier where he says, "No, I didn't plant the jacket. I had the jacket. I was just trying to make the evidence come to life." What do you make of all of that?
Well, you know, we can't really tell just talking about this or seeing the words written down on a piece of paper what occurred. We don't know how this tip came in. We don't know how the father got it. We don't know the dynamics between that location and the possible victim. So it's hard to speculate there, but I think the frustration on the father is coming through with their lack of either information back to the family or lack of pursuing this case where they're actually developing information. Certainly the family is not under any suspicion. It seems that they've eliminated them. That means that they believe there's some kind of outside force that is actually involved in the abduction of this young lady.
Yeah, a lot of questions. All right, Mark Furman, thank you so much for joining us.